LizyT Radio Show.
Canadian show, North American radio show, and now worldwide show, the LizyT Blog Talk Radio Show. She wants to know who you are, what you do, your contact info, anything new. And now, welcome the amazing LizyT.
Hello, and welcome everyone to the LizyT Radio Show. I am your host and the producer of the LizyT Radio Show. Today we are live. It's Saturday morning and is already November the 2nd. My goodness, I cannot believe how crazy, how fast this year has gone by. And can you believe we only have 52 days until the holiday season, until Christmas? This is amazing. We have prepared for you, as always, I cannot disappoint my listeners, a fantastic show with an amazing and beautiful, gorgeous, amazing voice. She's not a singer. You got it wrong. A lady that I had the opportunity, honor, and privilege to meet just a little while ago. Well, I decided to be involved in a cause that is very, very amazing. Well, before I bring her on, and I want to take my couple of minutes that I always take to thank my listeners. This show cannot be possible with all the support and the help and all the emails that you've been sending us to be in our show. Believe it or not, it's been only less than 2 years. We have created here at the LizyT Radio Show a huge commotion. We are being listened, everyone, in Australia. So good evening to all our Australia listeners in South America, Chile, Brazil, Bolivia, Argentina, Central America, Jamaica. We had a beautiful guest, and she is spreading the LizyT Radio Show throughout Jamaica. We also have listeners in the Netherlands. We had a wonderful coach here at the LizyT Radio Show. Again, she is also spreading the LizyT Radio Show in Netherlands. Here are beautiful provinces. We are being listened in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, BC, Alberta, and here in Ontario, and the list goes on. Also, we are being listened in the New York area. So big hello to our New Yorkers, and big hello to Solange and Long Island. And I did say I was going to say hello, so here it is. And our new listeners right now is in Italy. So, wow, what a commotion. And thank you so much for the support and the participation on our show. Also, if you are interested in being part of the LizyT Radio Show, please do not hesitate to email us. The email is radio@LizyT.ca. Very easy, radio@LizyT.ca. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and we're also now on YouTube. And this show could not be possible without the sponsorship of our sponsors. We're being sponsored right now by Linda Stanko with Sandow Cars. Give Linda a call at 905-359-3204. Also, we're being sponsored by a great author. Her name is Janice L. Walker with the book Women's and Lemon. It's available on Amazon. Also with JNLT Photography, give John a call at 647-955-0298. And we have a new section here at the LizyT Radio Show where we play your MP3. Yes, we know that to get that little extra exposure in radio, TV, it's very, very hard. Here at the LizyT Radio Show, we are supporting you 150% with your craft. So send us your MP3, and I know I'm behind. I've been going through my VA, my amazing VA, and I are going through all the MP3 that you have sent us. Also, when I was in New York, I got a stack of CDs of singers when I was at the Jazz Festival, and we're going through the CDs and the MP3, and we will be playing your song, I promise. A surprise song that I will be playing later on. So, without our housekeeping and everything taken care of, my guest is waiting patiently on the line, and I'm not going to make her wait. Her name is Brenda, and Brenda Holdsworth is with, yes, you guessed, is with Wedding Saviours. But before I bring her on, here is a little bio.
Love the way your eyes embrace my soul. I am yours to have.
Brenda Holdsworth. At a very young age, Brenda was bitten by the entrepreneurial bug, search to find the perfect business. She started her first business when she was 18, making cakes, chocolates, and crafts. At the age of 25, she owned a retail craft store in Main Street, Unionville, during the craft craze in the 1990s, when Brenda and her husband opened the BH store in January of 2003. She knew immediately that her search was over. BH combined her creative talent and passion for graphic design with close to 10 years of experience working in the printing industry. Even more, it allowed the opportunity to work from home while raising her family, making it the job of her dream. Brenda, she quickly learned that working with couples in love made the creativity process much more fun than she could ever experience. It generated an energy unlike any that Brenda has experienced. Brenda, family and work life, theater and songwriting are the two great loves of her life. She has been involved in theater since high school when she landed the role of Sandra D. in Grease. I am still highly involved with the community theater groups, putting 2 shows each year. I am a great supporter of arts and encourage everyone to indulge in the fun possible. Live, love, and play, I say.
I believe.
And we're back. This is your host and producer of the LizyT Radio Show. We are live. So, without further ado, here is Brenda. Hello, Brenda. How are you? And welcome to the LizyT Radio Show in this Saturday morning.
Hello, Lizzie, and thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. We are so happy and honored that you're able to make it. Now, can we breathe now?
Yes, we can.
Now that it's all done and taken care of, and oh my goodness, what a show. You and the whole team. I can't, if I start naming names right now, I will forget somebody. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody from the Wedding Saviours, and I don't know if you were able to listen to your bio. What an amazing lady you are. Did you have a chance to listen?
I did, and I heard you snuck my little song in there, too, so thank you.
Fantastic.
That was fabulous.
So, No problem. Hopefully, once this is recorded and we can play it again, I will be able to edit it and play it much nicer. So, Brenda, take us back. And for the listeners that don't know you, and again, we're being listened all over the world, and I want to be able to spread the word just like you, help you to spread the word. So let's take us back. Other than the Brenda, the writer, and I know now that you write music and you're an actor, and by the way, Sandra D. in Greece, wow.
That goes back a long time.
I know. I was so happy to find that out. So let's take us back and think. When was it in the couch and driving with your husband, with your kids in a restaurant? Take us back. When was it that you decided to come up with the idea of Wedding Savor? Can you give us the background for the ones that don't know what the Wedding Savor is?
Well, I think with as with any idea, it sort of comes from trying to combine all the aspects of your life and the things that you've learned along the way. And of course, I had, as you had mentioned, I had an invitation business at the time that I was looking to try and promote, and there is no affordable promotion out there for smaller businesses in the wedding industry. You're either in the big boys club or you struggle, and particularly in when it came to the graphic design, because I think that invitations are so available now, and graphic design, there's usually someone that can help through, and so it's usually the first thing cut out of a budget. So my first several years in the business, it was with the invitations was great. That started back in 2003. Thank you for reminding me that day. Since then, it was great for the first few years. We did the big trade shows, and then the trade shows started to change. That was certainly part of the aspect of it, and being able to afford to go to the big shows. So we were trying to create an affordable means of promotion for smaller businesses. However, there was something that was very important in our lives that we try, as my family, I try and instill in my children, is that, we create a better tomorrow by working on it today. And so I try and incorporate that into everything. And I thought, well, I've never incorporated this into my business, but I should. So to put this together, I came up to the idea one night as I was honestly sipping wine on my deck, and that's where the best ideas come. And I came in and I said, "Honey, what do you think about this idea?" And I said, I thought of this idea where, if I paid it forward with my invitations and my friend that was doing photography, she could pay it forward with her photography, and I knew someone who had a dress shop, and we just started asking a few people, what do you think about the idea if we all came together and did something? Because as a small business, it's very hard to do something spectacular and stand out enough to be able to be recognized in your community. But together as a group, it's outstanding and sensational what these teams are putting together for these free wedding packages that they're giving away through contests. So it's it just sort of spiraled from the original idea.
And you have done an amazing job. I cannot comment or elaborate everything that went on, and that was my very, very first experience. I wrote a little blurb on Facebook in regards to what happened, I had the opportunity to be part of, which was breathtaking. Everybody pulling together, the flowers, the photography, the organization with the wedding planning of Eddie, the food, the chef. My God, if I go on, I'm going to feel bad because I'm going to forget somebody.
There's so many.
Serving, people serving, and there's so many. And that was just something that is breathtaking. I think, and I kick myself, and good for you for thinking. What a concept, what an idea, oh my goodness, somebody had to think of that, and that was bring all the small business together and to promote ourselves. This is great. When I saw the poster right beside the suite with everybody's business, that was worth $1 million. There is no way for all of us to have such a big production and to have our names, but this way. This was amazing. And I have to congratulate you and applaud you, because you have brought this to such a level that I don't know if anybody could.
You're funny. Adorable.
So, are we taking Wedding Saviours nationally, the U.S., perhaps international? Is that your goal? And I think we should.
Just, to put your opinion in there, yeah. As I said, it started out as a small endeavor in my own community, and we, after I had done, I guess, three teams, I had put 3 teams together, and we'd had 3 weddings. And then I was found on Facebook through a network by Jane Dayus-Hinch. So I got to say, Jane, I can credit her with the fact that she has grown helped me to grow Wedding Saviours enormously on a national level. So we have teams that we just had a couple married 2 weeks ago out in Red Deer, Alberta. We have a team that's now forming in Prince George, British Columbia, as well as one in Vancouver next year at some point. And in the talks with somebody out in Newfoundland at the moment. So we are now headed east. So, and as for international, anything's possible, is what Jane has taught me to say. Sky's the limit, is what she says to me.
Fantastic. And I actually have a little surprise for us right now. So just 1 second, I will bring this. And that's what I was going to ask you. What was it like to have the support and the great knowledge of a guru in the wedding industry like Jane Hayes?
I know. Jane Dayus. For those who don't know, Jane Dayus-Hinch is the host of the television show Wedding SOS. And she has become my mentor, and I love her. She's just amazing, and who you see on TV is really who she is. She's just passionate and caring, but she tells it like it is, and I love her.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great, amazing Jane Dayus-Hinch.
Hi, Jane. It's LizyT. Welcome to the LizyT Radio Show. How are you?
Good morning, Lizzie, and good morning, Brenda.
Oh, good morning, Jane. I was just telling everybody how much I love you.
Thank you so much for that. I love you too.
So, ladies, this has created a big commotion. Now, Wedding Saviours has created a big support of media, radio, television. This was televised by CDTV. How does it make you feel, Brenda, that with the support of Jane, with her expertise in the wedding industry, I had the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to be part of Jane one-day wedding planning. My goodness, knowledge that you would not believe, background knowledge. Why was the wedding cake? It's not called a wedding dinner; it's called a wedding breakfast, and the list goes on. So, what was it like for you, Brenda, to be part of all this media attention?
A little overwhelming, to be honest, because it did start as such a small endeavor in my own community. And to see it grow like that, and then to see somebody of Jane's caliber be able to embrace the concept and support the concept, I think it really opened my eyes when Jane jumped in to say, "Hey, this is really good," and I'm like, "Wow, I guess I really am doing something very well here," and so we continued to grow it together. And it's just it's an overwhelming feeling, but it's brought me I know at the GTA wedding, Jane maybe didn't feel this way, but I had such a feeling of confidence because I knew she was there. So, the wedding planners that we have are second to none, and they have access to Jane for information. So how much more research and knowledge can you afford these wedding planners that are coming in to plan the weddings, and to have the guru of wedding planning accessible to them with any question? It's amazing. It's just amazing, Jane.
Go ahead, Jane.
No, I was just going to reply to Brenda in that to endorse something that is so good out in the world of weddings and in the wedding industry. I think that the wedding professionals, the vendors, the suppliers, it all came together, and Eddie Silliman, who was team leader, who pulled all these people together, and for me to be there to oversee it all, it all was, what shall we say, a culmination of everybody's efforts to come together and make this thing happen. And yes, I'm part of it, because why wouldn't I be when the wedding industry has been very good to me. Next year it's my 30th year, and I have seen thousands of weddings, large, small, and people who have spent, over £1 million in a day. And when you want to give back after 30 years, that's where I'm teaching now at Centennial College to wedding planners, and I'm teaching the brides, educating the brides about what weddings mean and why we do everything. This is why at the wedding I tried to do a few customs and traditions so that the guests walk away going, food, hospitality, the people, the dancing, everything. It was a fabulous wedding. And that's what all brides, all couples want, is for guests to say, what a fabulous wedding. And it was.
It certainly was. It was a show, an amazing show put together. And again, I was so privileged and honored to be part of that. This is the LizyT Radio Show. I am your host and the producer of the LizyT Radio Show. Now, Brenda, and one of the things that I meant to ask you, and I've got a couple of emails within regards to the qualification to become a chosen couple to becoming the winner of Wedding Savers. You're always looking for somebody who is struggling, or you're always looking for health issues. What is the criteria of becoming the winners of Wedding Savers?
Great question. I think couples, we always are looking for a couple that has encountered a hardship or is working hard to overcome an obstacle in their life. There are so many couples out there that have postponed their wedding or had to cancel their wedding altogether just because of finances. That's not an uncommon one these days. Of course, health issues are a huge factor. If we look at Keith, I think Keith was saying they spend almost $90,000 a year on health meds. Keith is the groom that we just married with the GTA team, and he just had a double lung transplant. So, and the couple before that, they had a little 9-year-old boy that he had brain cancer, and it was a sad story, but he wanted to see his parents married, and so his parents entered a contest and had the ability to have this wedding that they otherwise would not have had. So that's kind of where we come to it, how we look at our couples. That's certainly a factor. We also look for a couple that's not feeling sorry for themselves necessarily, but working, like I said, in a positive manner to overcome their obstacles and still maintaining that positive outlook on life. These people need a break, and that's what we're there for. Now, as for how they apply, that happens online. Couples can apply online when there is a team in their area. If there's not a team in their area, then they should be shouting out on our Facebook page and saying, hey, bring my team here. So we do have couples inquiring from a lot of places that we don't have teams forming yet, but that doesn't mean, if there's not a team there now, it doesn't mean there won't be. I have almost 15 team leaders across Canada right now that are looking at putting teams together. So 2014 proves to be a much bigger year than 2013 was. However, up to now, we've married, in 2013, I think we married 4 couples, I beg your pardon. And next year, hopefully we'll be up to 15, so that's quite a growth for a year.
Now, I have a question, too. For somebody who is thinking of starting a team in their area, in their city, in their province, I don't know if we're going as far as the States now, what is, is there a franchise fee? Is this something that you're looking into it, or can you give us a little bit of background how to go about it?
Sure. Well, it's a membership-based wedding directory is what Wedding Saviours really is at the bottom line. It's just that we are a wedding directory of vendors that care about their community and want to try and incorporate that into our business plans and processes. So what we do is they can sign up online, become a member, and if there's not a team in their area that they can join, they speak to us and we put up a team. And once we have about 6 vendors in one area, then we'll put up a team page. So you do need a team leader, which I suggest be a wedding planner. And certainly if it's not, I've got one team right now in Hamilton, Niagara that's being run by Beverly and Robert Caton Tang, who are 3-time amateur ballroom champions. And they did Keith and Sarah's first wedding dance, and they are forming a team in Hamilton, Niagara. So they are not wedding planners, but I certainly insist that you have a wedding planner on the team to guide the couple through the process. So really, it's just you get just like I did. You ask a few people, say, are you into it? There's a $100 membership fee to join the website and become a member of our community, which I got to say is an awesome community of people that have been coming together. So yes. I'd like to do a conference or something where I can bring all these amazing people together.
And we should. So, Jane, do you see Wedding Saviours going throughout Canada and perhaps UK?
It's possible. It's possible. All it needs is the people to have the passion and the drive and the vision to do it. I'm taking it out to Vancouver in January. We've already located one in Prince George. So, yes, it's going global, but yes, it's going across Canada, definitely Vancouver, so we're going west. And yes, who's to know that I won't take it back and start up a team in the UK in the future.
Yay, fantastic. Yes, and I'm here with the LizyT Radio Show. I am your host and the producer of the LizyT Radio Show. You are listening to Brenda with Wedding Saviours. Also, I am honored to have the amazing Jane Dayus-Hinch from the show Wedding SOS talking here to us live on the LizyT Radio Show. We have over 300 people, by the way, that are listening to us right now. I don't know where all those people are from. Brenda, do you have, this is what the LizyT Radio Show is all about. Tell us who you are, what you do, and you do so much in the Wedding Saviours. I cannot say enough about it. Where can people reach you?
Certainly the best place to reach me is Wedding Saviours. That's sort of taken over my life for the most part now. And we can be reached at www.weddingsaviours.ca. It's SAVIOURS, Saviours.ca. And you can reach me through the website, or you can directly email me at brenda.holdsworth@weddingsaviours.ca. Our phone number here is 647-891-4933. Should be able to find me through there. And we're also on Facebook.
Fantastic. And by the way, listeners, I will be posting and linking Wedding Saviours and the Wedding Saviours website to this interview. If you're listening to us live right now, there is a link right on my fan page. You can click on the link and you are able to listen to us live or later on, because this interview is recorded. So all the links for Wedding Saviours and for Brenda are right on my fan page. So, Jane, now that you are going to be taking your services and of the wedding industry and Wedding Saviours to the West, and so how can people reach you now that you are not going to be in Ontario?
Well, I'm splitting my time very, I'm trying to get the balance right because I've been in Toronto for the last 7 years and I have a lot of friends and a lot of connections here. It's just expansion for me to take things to Vancouver because they complain that there's nothing like what I do over there. So I am going to be getting some air miles, I think, back and to.
Fantastic. So if you need to reach Jane, she is also still doing, and more than ever now with Wedding Saviours, wedding planners. So also her link and her website will be linked right underneath our fan page. Ladies, I cannot thank you enough. You guys have created this big commotion. We're going over 400 touches here on our fan page. Did I say I love stats? I love stats. And I wonder what's going to be like later on once people listen to this recording. I want to thank you so much for being part of the LizyT radio show. Brenda, Jane, I commend you guys for doing this, for taking small business like ours into a huge and great and amazing scale for us to be able to have the exposure that otherwise we would never be able to have. Brenda, your idea, again, it commands huge applauses, and I cannot say enough. The party, the feast that we had, that I had the opportunity, this is a piece of cake for you because you've done this 4 times now, you said?
We've actually married 7 couples altogether.
7 couples, right.
We did 4 this year.
Idea.
We've done 4 this year alone.
Right.
Leading up to that, there were 3 other ones. So we've had 7. And in 2 weeks, actually, I just want to give a shout out. In 2 weeks, in Kitchener, Waterloo, we will be marrying Christina and Joel. So we're looking forward to that this coming weekend.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know where you get your energy. I have no idea.
You know what? I want to tell you, Lizzie, can I tell you where I find my energy? From all of my wedding planners. You know, yeah, Eddie Solomon from Mystical Weddings and Events. You saw the cream of the crop there. And she was just so thrilled to have the opportunity to work, with Jane and under Jane's expertise as well. She learned so much, and, it was a wonderful opportunity for her to expand her network. And it's a great opportunity for any team leader, but it's a heck of a lot of work. So you have to have a lot of passion. But that's where I get my passion from the team leaders that come in, and they renew my faith every time, every team.
And it's so true. It is so true. Again, ladies, I cannot thank you enough. It's been such a great, now that everything is over with Keith and Sarah, and I assume they're on their way on their honeymoon today?
Sunday, I believe, is the day, but they're still playing it by ear with guardedly because Keith has been sick, so I'm not sure what the departure date is yet.
This is an amazing, amazing prize for the winner. There is so much involved, and it's like Jane said in her speech, it takes a village to do what you guys were able to pull together. And again, you've done 7, and I don't know how many more you're going to go, and it's just breathtaking, overwhelming, but it's a beautiful feeling to be able to be part of such an amazing work of putting this amazing party, amazing feast together. Any last word?
All I want to say is long may it continue, and long may we get so many fabulous people in the wedding industry to support this. And if there's anyone out there that is in the line of press or TV or whatever, this is the most fantastic reality concept ever. It is true life. It does happen, and it's going on around you. And highlight it. Tell the world.
Thank you, Jane. That's that would be so amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And Brenda, any last word?
If there isn't a team in your area, start one. How about that?
You couldn't put it better. I want to thank you, ladies, again. This has been amazing. Please keep up the good work. You guys are doing so much, and I wish I could have half of the energy that you guys have. I want to wish you the best. We will continue to support Wedding Savers. You that are listening to us, this is your host and the producer of the LizyT Radio Show. Thank you, and make it a fantastic day, everyone.
Love the way your eyes embrace my soul. I am yours to have. Love the way you fill my head with songs of hope, peace and joy. Struggles taught us patience, who we want to be. Most important thing of all, taught us to believe. Love who we become when our souls unite. We are one. Love the way we dream of what the future